Well, I just want to share with you why so many things could go on. 1979, 80, 81. My little brother was about, I think he just turned 3 or 4. And there was my dad, who was obviously very protective, and my brother was very younger, much younger, and he was the kind of little boy that they would have just took off with him. hmm He's now an assistant principal. But the type of people we deal with nowadays, they could just basically run off with a couple kids. And I have brothers and sisters like that. So what they would have done, why I had such problems with the hangers, whatever was planned out or could have been what we were saved from, is that these people are pretty sick. And years ago, when we talk about sexual abuse, when I tell you back in 1977, I mean, back then, that was the time of Patty Burns and um, KDK. I remember watching the news. And I remember thinking, like, we were always really scared at night. So for my mom to leave or anyone to leave, that protective world that you kids grow up in suddenly wasn't so protected for. And there was a lot of reasons to be afraid. So right now, even like now, there's a lot of things we could talk about safety issues, injuries, things that you could do to make life easier on yourselves. Like, don't leave each other. Like, put some security measures in place. Make sure you talk to your family. Don't leave your sisters out, your brothers out, and especially as there's an increase of kidnapping children, especially. If you see a predator around that preys on your family or your children, please say something. Don't wait till it's too late and talk to the police. Ask your police officers if they can do some general security stuff that you can't, you know what I mean, just as a safeguard right now, because that's all the security we have. Installing home security makes a lot easier. Talking to police officers, say, hey, we have some new security things we're installing just to make life easier on the cops and police around here. There's a lot of things you could do to make you don't want to get to the point where you depend on the police. Like, you want to get to the point where you're self-sufficient. A lot of people will say, hey, the police officers can turn to the community members because they're a little bit more self-sufficient. I would expect all of us to have some level of security, like, after all these assaults. And what I'm saying is, like, if you have children, you're gonna want to look into additional ways to protect your family by installing extra security, just doing extra things around the house to make life saner. Just look around you, look at your community, look at some of the things that are going on in your community. And that's a good indicator that you want to install some home security or do something or put, spotlights or lamps. Just make sure that you take some extra steps and look over this weekend about installing security, installing some things, keep your home safer, keep your family safer. Just do some extra things you can do. There's extra things you can do to make your life saner, especially with a parent around. You know, they can't they can't afford to be foolish anymore. So you got to sit down and say, hey, listen, I need you to do something. I need you to stay home. Don't be running out the house. Don't be going anywhere unless you let me know you're going ahead of time because I got to switch on the security. Or I got to do this or I got to do that. So let me know ahead of time because I'm going to switch off. Once you leave, that security door is locked. You won't be able to get into the house. So you'll have to meet us at the coffee shop or somewhere. Because once that security switches down, you have to go. Just meet us over at the coffee shop. We'll talk to you. You know, sometime this evening. Just meet us there at this location. Just find an easy location and you know, you know, a meeting spot. Especially as there's been a lot of interruptions in service, a lot of interruptions. I would just plan on doing some things to help yourself and your family right now. Because you got to stop interrupting each other's lives like this. You got to get back to normal. Today's the last day for this. Is the last time you get a rundown of maneuvers. It's the last one for some of you. I wish you all the best. God bless you guys, because really, you're on your own from here. Really, it's true. Mm.